Quickly, when was the last time you checked your phone? Now, pretty recently, right? Why am I asking you this? Well, I'm sure checking your phone does sound like a pretty normal thing to do until you start to wonder what checking your phone actually does to you. Again, you may wonder, what does this guy know about technology? Well, I was only born 18 years ago when technology first began to rise, and I've seen technology grow and develop as I've grown up with it. Plus, I'm currently living in the middle of a pandemic where people are forced to use technology for work and or school. So, I think I know a thing or two. In the last 60 years, the human use of technology has grown and so has the change and development of society. The internet has not only has affected society by not only making people dumber, but also making people smarter, more self-aware, and connecting us like one big family. The rise of the internet has not only led to the backtrack of human development, but can also cause problems in the future. Ever since the rise of technology, there has always been a negative stigma around using media. Technology is used for so many things, and yet some people still don't know how to wear a mask the right way. Medical News Today, one of the fastest growing health information sites in the US, claims that social media can lead to psychological and physical issues, like eye strain and focusing on important tasks. Now, this can even lead to serious health conditions like depression and anxiety. These health conditions don't just include these conditions, though. Technology and social media can also negatively impact people by making them more lazy, influencing people to believe certain ideas, and causing people to lose social interactions. And these signs, if not caught early, today's children will have to grow up with these issues and ultimately lead to unhealthier lifestyles. These points relate to us specifically as students, as you're literally watching me through a screen while I'm telling you how bad this is for your health. I mean, we're all still so young, but that doesn't mean that these issues can't haunt us in the future. So now that we've figured out the problem, let's try to figure out a solution. And the solution itself really isn't all that complicated. We as society simply just need to be more self-aware. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does that even mean? Well, if you can look at yourself from a third person perspective and decide whether what you're doing is right or wrong, then you're basically being self-aware. You can form a new perspective and then turn something bad into something good. For example, one can argue that technology is doing the work for us and making a civilization lazier. Now, Green, Germany's largest research platform for academic works, states that technology assists us in accomplishing many tasks more efficiently, thus allowing employees to work smarter rather than harder. One may see this as lazy, but others will see it as efficient, since the media is actually giving us more time to get more tasks done. This really puts multitasking on a whole other level and will overall make our lives more productive. The media also gives us a voice so we can give our opinions to big brands. Research done by Clive Thompson at DigiDay explains that the best corporations he's talked to have established strong internal cultures of encouraging public thought. People are encouraged to talk out loud about the problems they're facing and what they're dealing with. This can also help build trust in people knowing that a company will actively look for new ways to improve. This also shows that the media world really isn't that big, since we're all kind of connected in a way. Now, when it comes to practicality, this even helps with networking and can even help users look for new job opportunities. And I know these points aren't perfect by any means. You can still argue that social media influences people to believe certain ideas and that the media is kind of controlling the world now. This may be a valid argument, but it's in fact incorrect. As the phrase goes, don't believe everything you see online. This is just a case of that. Now, just because someone tells you that COVID isn't real, are you going to believe them? Especially when you have all the researchers and scientists telling you that that's false? There will also always be fake information online, so in general, you just need to be careful with what you believe. Social media can also have a say in our decision making, but at the end of the day, we all have free will. No one is telling us what to believe. This is just why we need to do our part in researching to examine all sides of an argument, not just one. So now that you understand what's going on in the present, let's look towards the future. If we as society don't do anything with technology, our futures will not look good, literally. We're going to be walking around like the hunchback of Notre Dame with terrible eyesight, and we'll be scared to talk to other people. Instead, let's envision something brighter. With my ideas, we can create a future where people take more initiative to get things done, are able to connect to people from all around the world, and we as society can be more self-aware of what's going on. A future filled with innovation and the determination to use technology to improve the world. To recap, we've explained how social media has made people more efficient, discussed how media helps networking, and showed that we all have the free will to do as we please and not believe everything we see online. Let's see. Now, I hope you learned something new today, because now it's your turn to define how technology and society affects you. We as society shouldn't let the media control us. Instead, let's control it. Let's use technology as our companions to continue growing as society and keep being better. Because I know I don't want to grow up to be a robot who only listens to my phone. After all, technology isn't even really that bad. The internet has positively affected people by making people more efficient, more self-aware, and above all else, connecting us like one big family.